In a bustling port city, there lived two inseparable sisters. One was 12, the other 16. They shared books, secrets, laughter, and even dreams. They were like two halves of the same heart. One cloudy morning, they decided to explore the docks. Among abandoned containers and old cranes, they ran, challenging each other between bursts of laughter. "Bet you can't catch me," shouted the older one, running ahead. "Oh, really? Watch me," replied the younger, determined. But the game took an unexpected turn. The older sister didn't see a gap in the rotting wooden pier. With a sharp crack, the floor gave way, and she fell into an old, flooded cellar forgotten beneath the docks. "Help!" she cried out in panic. "I can't swim!" The younger one froze. Her heart pounded. She looked around, no one nearby. The city was distant, muffled by the fog and the noise of the ships. But then she saw something. An old metal mast with a rope tied to it. Without hesitation, she dragged the mast to the edge and threw the rope. "Grab it! I'll pull you up!" Her sister held on tight, but the real challenge was just beginning. The rope was heavy and wet. Her hands ached. Her arms burned from the strain, but she refused to let go. "You're getting out! I'm not letting go! I'll never let go!" Inch by inch she pulled. Her boots slipped on the wet planks. Her breath was ragged. The world spun. But she kept going. And then, with one final cry of effort, she pulled her sister out. The two collapsed on the ground, soaked and trembling. They cried. They laughed. They hugged in disbelief. "You saved me," the older whispered. "Of course," said the younger, smiling. "Who else would laugh at my terrible jokes?" But soon, fear replaced relief. "Now what?" murmured the older. "What if Mom finds out? We're grounded for life." Even so, they decided to tell the truth. When they got home and told everyone what happened, the adults burst out laughing. "You pulled your sister out of a flooded basement? You can't even open a jar of jam." The girls' hearts sank until someone spoke up. It was Miss Adela, the town's retired librarian. With white hair and sharp eyes, she listened quietly and then said, "What's so funny? The question isn't how she did it. The real question is why she did it." Everyone went quiet. There was no one there to say, "You're too weak," no one to laugh, no one to doubt, not even herself. And that's why she was strong. In that moment, everyone understood. Our limits don't come from our bodies, but from the voices we let live in our minds. Doubt paralyzes us. Belief in ourselves sets us free. If no one tells you that you can't, you might just find out that you can. You know, sometimes we forget how capable we really are. We hear, "You can't. You're not strong enough." So often, we start to believe it. But this story shows what happens when those voices aren't around. When all that exists is the urgency, the will, and the courage to act. So if at any moment in your life you start to doubt yourself, remember this: maybe what you're missing isn't strength. Maybe it's just someone who believes in you, and that someone can be you. If this story touched your heart, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. We're grateful to have you here.